That was pretty cool. See, I went from the resonator sound in Open G, went over to the humbucker setting on the electric, and it got all big and girthsome. Boidle, just like that. Shwicka-dicka-doidle. Just like that. Cool, right? So, I forgot to say, when you're in the electric setting, you can make it sound like a virtual Strat, virtual Tele, virtual dual humbucker guitar as well. So a lot of times you're playing a Strat, you want to have a little fat Strat action. You want a humbucker sound. So you can get some savagery of the day and of the night. So you can you know what I'm talking about. Look. You want to be able to get your Bill Gibbons on. Is that so wrong? Who's a Big Gibbons fan? Billy Gibbons, ladies and gentlemen, what?
Don't be afraid to raise your hand. Love your fun.
Oh, wait a minute.
Rats.
That's some thick, juicy activity right there.
Start playing the boogie and then you
We're a little jet lagged, but that's all right. We're just letting it roll. You know, I should also say, is there any questions out there at any point? Don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask questions. Yes, sir.
Is the sound you just played with, is that only the Roland pickup, or is it also including the Strat?
No, they're two separate entities. Okay. So when you're in the digital domain, you're entirely on the Roland pickup. Especially when the tunings, it would be bad, because the tunings are only operated by the digital thing. So if you had the digital pickup in Open G and, of course, the Strat pickup in regular tuning, there would be new music made. Music of the night. And of the day. Anyways. Any other questions? Don't be afraid now.
Like Stockhausen rock.
Yeah. Okay, let me just show you some of the different tunings we got on this bad boy. We had, oh, this is kind of cool. You can get a good baritone on this beast. And a baritone is, anyone play one of those old, well, actually Fender had a guitar once upon a time. It was a little bit longer scale Strat. It was called the Subsonic. This amp was called the Supersonic, but there was a guitar called the Subsonic. A lot of alliteration going on here. Wait a minute. Yeah, Baja Sexto as well. Also tuned from B to B. So when I engage this, all of a sudden I've got low. Hold on. Steady on there, Big Daddy. It's, but of course the kids of today, they just want to do that. They like to rattle the entrails of individuals several counties over with the powers of the night.
Yes.
They do this kind of, So if you do the two together, you also do this thing where you're. Sometimes you want to get your freedom rock on. there's two. We got the one that says M, and that says models.
That's really cool.
And the T is for the tuning. So it has a 12-string, a baritone, open G, dadgad, and drop D tuning.
Wow.
And what's nice about all these things is that the whammy bar works with all of them. So when you got the acoustic thing happening, all of a sudden you've got it. See, originally they came up with this guitar to so one guy could go to a gig and wouldn't have to bring a bunch of guitars, right? I can get my acoustic sound on, I can get my telly sound, I can get a 12-string sound, I can get a baritone sound. But then the twisted minds would think, wait a minute, now I have access to a nylon string baritone that I can put distortion on and rock on like a beast of the night with a whammy bar in tow. You know what I'm saying? All these different impossible scenarios have now become a tool for the deranged to compose music of the night. You know what I'm saying? That's a villain from Scooby-Doo, that one. Like that? Sorry, I have issues. But that's all right, I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay, so that's basically it in a nutshell. Oh, I forgot to say one really cool thing on this beast is when you're on the acoustic setting, the tone control becomes a reverb unit. Or as Chet Atkins used to call it, a talent control. Be able to add increasing quantities of talent with just one fell swoop. So if you turn the reverb off on the amplification device, it's bone dry. You got this bone dry. It's bone dry, right? And all of a sudden, shwino. Talent. Okay, you know what? I've talked enough about this guitar. It's time for me to torture Reggie Hamilton on that bass guitar because he's got his own fancy model as well as this monolith behind him, this polyp rustler.